I'd like to share a video with you of an altered book that I made, maybe during this time of self-sheltering. You might want to have a little creative project of your own. This one was made from an old book from the 1970s. Oh my gosh, that's 50 years ago now. And what I did was I altered the cover using different papers and added some beads and ephemera there. And I called it Found Poems because my desire was to create some poetry from the pages that were in this book. So what I did was I first gutted most of the pages, and then I began to alter them with papers and illustrations. Most of these came from old music I had from the early 1900s, or illustrations, Art Nouveau illustrations from way back when. And then what I did, this says it here in my handwriting, the poems in this book were written by finding words on the book's pages, cutting them out, and then using those words to arrange in new ways. So yep, I cut them out with my X-Acto knife, rearranged them into these poems. Here's the first one. Earth, a radiant vision, sweet and new each morning. Look how wondrous. Such grand spectacles, flowers, delicate, every leaf an elaborate piece of tissue, the threads and fibers woven together into Eden's empire. Heaven would here disclose its peace, and we might strive, much pleased and astonished, to ascend in perpetual praise. So these are illustrations I cut out from old books, and then of course there's old writing from diaries. This is a little tag. I love tags. I made from old pieces of art, put on top of each other, little scraps from art pieces I'd done. And on the back it says, "Let us play." So important. And here it says, "Creativity is the energizer of life." How true, how true. The second page has a lot of different elements, old music. This is old German script from a diary my mother had almost 100 years ago, a friendship book. And here are the altered poems for this page. How the heart blesses, the cradle, the marriage, the altar and tomb, protects, delights, clasps hands with glee, dances against the rocky surface, weeping when the night is nigh. Here you can see, this is an old page from the book. So I left a few of them and then covered them with paint and paper and markers and whatever. Then rises to gather blossoms, illuminate scripture by love lived in renewed beauty, proof of resurrection. These are stamps. This is an old border from a piece of music from Schirmer's. Some tulips I drew and then painted over, some more stamping. I had lost my way. Then they came, the crocus, blue-eyed violets, a blow of tulips, graces pure and guiltless, lovely without art, symphonies to cheer, colors to paint glad the heart. I always like to have a pop-up in my altered books if I can. This is a very easy one, a little tint. Again, illustrations from old music. I loved this one. It's The Lamplighter. And then some of the titles from the music were When Shadows Creep, Sleep Well, Sweet Angel, at Sundown. I thought they went well with this page because the pop-up says, sleep without one troubled dream until the morning shall open your heart to live life glad again. And this is a fun page. This is again an old illustration from a children's book. These flowers with funny faces. And then I used some old beads and buttons. I made a door here for the little protector of the flowers. How beautiful they are. The autumn flowers. And why? They are the last, the last. They whisper of the past, of perishing precious things and magical moments that flit on rapid, rapid wings. Close up my doors. This is washi tape that I used around all of the pages. Kind of make a nice little border. And this is a fun spread here. These are little flaps I made from a marvelous illustration from a children's book, early 1900s, of an angel carrying a little one. And I printed it. This is printed on my printer on tea-stained paper, so I could reverse the image to have a nice spread there. And underneath it are the found poems. I was so lost. The strongest pain of human life pervaded my soul. Then the Spirit came to me unseen, with secret sighs, tender tears, and a promise that all that went before would not be wasted, but open afresh to new inspiration. And so, to this day, graced by some peculiar, familiar, wild, most exquisitely beautiful, unspeakable God's gold, I rove, singing, laughing, up the happy hills, far up, far down, at every turn with fond arms. Freely I bring flame-colored jewels of love to worship the Most High. And then just an end page and a stamp of an Art Nouveau kind of flower. Beautiful illustration from a children's book. And a library pocket. It does have a library card. Look, from 1934, 1940, 48. And on it, I put a picture of my mother and me and my brother. So this was about 75 years ago. God bless my friends, and I hope this has given you a little encouragement in these days and maybe some inspiration to make your own found poems or your own altered